I feel like Greg right before a bread fight.
Ready?
Ready? Ready?
Thank goodness for people that take video of things that happen with us. Thank goodness.
Intro.
Welcome to Everyone Racers, a show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture. It doesn't matter what kind of limit champ or lucky track dog league you run, SCCA or NASA, we don't discriminate. As long as you drive it hard and built it yourself. Join us each week for tech discussions, tips and tricks, as well as news and notes from the world of amateur endurance racing. And whether it's on the spot, hella sweet, or we're lucky enough, and Chrissy gives us just the tip, we're sure you'll giggle a little and learn even less. Everyone report to the paddock.
This is Chris.
This is Chrissy.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm mental. I feel like every time I hear that intro, I recorded it like Sunday morning after a hard night of drinking.
Yeah, you're a little throaty there. You're like, welcome to Everyone
Welcome.
Racers.
Sedate,
Welcome
too.
to everyone, damn racers.
All of a sudden, he's turned into strong bad.
Strong bad. I was thinking
That's
that.
what you were doing.
The emails.
Anyway, welcome everyone to America episode.
Woo!
It's episode 272 being recorded on November 30th. As our football team are tied with UK this week, it feels right to add that on this day in 1782, the United States and Britain signed preliminary peace articles that would become the Treaty of Paris, ending the Revolutionary War. Spoiler alert, we won. So spell all our words in ER, not OR. And hey, can we take a moment and celebrate FIFA? Because they're
No.
like
Why?
making the FIA seem like a legitimate business that runs international sports.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Anyway,
Okay.
if you're not watching a soccer game and shouting goal,
Or feeling oppressed because you're in Qatar.
yes,
Oh,
yes. Well,
it's not.
Oh,
F1
I'm
goes to
still surprised that the Irish haven't taken over because they were like told there would be beer. They bought their tickets and they showed up and went,
Oh,
no
seriously?
beer. Oh, it's ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So didn't you go to a F1 racing, Cutter?
No, I went to Abu Dhabi.
Oh, you went to
Where
Abu
you-
Dhabi.
Where, want to know why? Because you can drink.
Because you could drink there. That's
Oh,
great.
Good.
Anyway,
Thank you.
if you're not drinking a beer, grab the E1R bingo card and play along. If you get bingo, send us a screenshot.
What if you are drinking a beer?
Do it anyway.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
There you go. Hey, what are we working on? Mental.
Yikes. I was like third down. I wasn't
Oh,
expecting
sorry.
that.
We can do
Shoot.
Chris
That's
first.
quite all right. So this last week or 2 weeks ago, folks will recall that our friend Chris talked me off the ledge with regards to the Mercedes being dead. And I dropped that off at the shop today. And this is terrible because I meant to have this on the computer, but Matthew Gubler of Criminal Minds fame, apparently his character was from Las Vegas in there. That's where he had his Mercedes worked on. He has a
Get out.
79 diesel station wagon. His
I mean,
picture was on the wall. I hope that's working. The image there. I
Sort
just
of.
thought that was really good.
sure.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning ish, I will leave for the 25 hours of Thunderhill.
Jealous.
Oh, what?
Yes. Yeah. So we're doing that again. And then we got in Saturday, but got a text from Ian and Dave from Apex Adjacent. So I recorded an episode with them Monday. Hopefully it'll probably come out about the same time as this one.
Super
Also
great.
jealous.
Super fun.
Yeah.
They,
So
they all
fun-
send
fun
their
group.
they all send their best. They you know, yeah. We we got to do like an us versus them Jetsons Flintstone. Like we all just cold show up at a racetrack and rent a car and all of us, you know, drive together or something.
That's a little.
that sounds
That's
great.
a little. That's a lot.
I was going to ask, what do you who you driving with in the 24 in the 25?
Mark Francis Racing.
Okay.
So we're it's
some
an
sort of BMW,
underbuilt.
right?
It's an underbuilt Spec E46, the same car we ran in 2019, and we've done a lot of we've done some NASA racing with it. We finally got it set up. This time we're actually coming with auxiliary lights, so we're totally prepared. Around.
You're gonna
Good
win
thing.
now.
Right
no,
now,
you'll be able to
night race.
drive.
the race starts Saturday at 11, and right now the car schedule show up Friday at midnight. There's no failing this plan. I'm not
Oh,
making
boy.
any of that up.
No,
But it's a guy named Troy Ermish. There's an episode of Petrolicious about him. He's a Dodson guy, vintage guy, Sam Smith, and some other folks that actually we all ran in 2019 together. So it's looking to be a good time.
I'm
Very
sure it
cool.
will be.
Great.
Should we go back to Chris? Go to the top of the list?
Sure.
Follow the
Sure.
order or something? I don't know.
I had to make some food. That all happened this week. So that was good. I will say that brining Alton Brown's method and then spatchcocking the turkey, you can cook an 18-pound turkey in under 2 hours, and it is delicious in every way. So
Good job.
would strongly suggest that method. Did a 50,000 mile service on the Mercedes, which is my spec of 50,000 mile service, including a lot of things that Mercedes does not call for to be done, because if you're maintaining something for a really long time, you do stuff like change the differentials front and rear.
Change the
Mercedes-
oil. Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's fluids,
That's
things like
the
that
easy
that
stuff.
Mercedes doesn't say to do it, but I'm gonna do it. You know, they don't even have a fill plug in the front one. It's if the axles are out, you fill it in that hole. So I measured what came out, and I put about that much back in and put the plug back in.
It's fine.
So I figure it's got to be close enough. It's the right spec fluid, which is really
Yeah, I
hard to
drove
find.
it and it didn't give me a problem. So I'm
Yeah,
good.
so no, I did spark plugs, air filters, cabin air filters, front diff, rear diff, transmission, which is a pain in the ass, which includes the transfer case because it's built in, oil. I don't know, anything I could find, and put the snow tires back on because winter, boo,
Good winter.
not conducive to low profile 20s. And
Is that like a gear to gear transfer case or like electric Haldex? What's going on there?
it's there is a drive shaft that comes out of the side of the transmission itself, then goes up to the front diff.
Hmm.
I mean, there's no gear reduction or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
all part
But
of the
it's all part of the transmission. It's not
Yeah.
a separate
uses
unit.
the same fluid even.
Got it.
Then I've been every night this week I've been working on Chrissy's mom's car. That was way overdue on a bunch of maintenance and service. So oil change, transmission fluid, and filter, including dropping the pan and scraping a little gasket, all that crap off.
It's a
New
Mazda
sway bar.
3 with a van hat, right?
Yeah,
Also
it's a
known as the
Mazda
Mazda
5.
5.
Yeah.
A van hat. I like it.
Yep. Did what else did I do? Right front sway bar end link, new sway bar bushings itself. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I swapped the fuel injectors to some I'd gotten out of a junkyard and then had those sent off to be cleaned, so we didn't have any downtime when they were off being cleaned. Rear wheel bearings and rear brake pads, and it is basically done now, except I started it up. It ran fine yesterday. Now when I started up, it's running on 3 cylinders. So 20 minutes before starting the show, I was pulling fuel injector plugs, and number 2 is the cylinder that's not participating. So tomorrow I'm going to swap coils, see if it's coil. If it's not the coil, that means it's the injector that I just put in. So I got to go get one of the ones I just took out and put that one back in and call it good.
There you go. Wait till we get to the main topic. I might have a tool for you.
Fantastic. Great. Jeff, what have you been working on?
Well, I also had relatives over for Thanksgiving, so I did a whole bunch of cooking, and then I did a whole bunch of decorating and taking all the fall decorations away and putting all the Christmassy ones up, because, that's family work. And if I do a bunch of family work, I get to do car work. So, so Jim came over. We did about a half a day on the RX because of rain and a few other things. So we really dug into and did some really precise measuring, and we have some really fantastic news about what's going to fit where. We're very, very certain. We put in the motor mounts, installed them, uninstalled them, looked at the internet, figured out which way they went, blah, 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 blah. We did have to pull the fan off the cooling system because it had a really big fan. But we think everything is going to line up really, really well after that. The only unknown really is the firewall slopiness. But we are ready.
The mounts you bought are commercially available, good quality mounts to fit that motor
Exactly,
in that
but the
chassis, so it should fit.
Transmission is the unknown. So the
Sure, because most people
transmission
aren't
is
using 300ZX transmissions
Yeah.
on LSs in RX-7s because
exactly. Yeah. So we also
It's not like
pulled.
you just can leave that out, or you can just like
It's like-
smash, the firewall. Just smash the firewall, and it's
Yeah.
it's what we did in the Z. It's more porta power, more hammer.
It's what we were anticipating, and we were going to move to the next step, which was swap the steering racks. So we pulled the manual rack out, and we dropped in the power rack after torching the stupid tie rod ends off the old one that were just tragically bad. And
We were racing with those.
The manual rack is like a piece of spaghetti, and the power rack is like a piece of rigatoni. And I only had one of the brackets. So I put a call out to the guy I bought it from to see if he still has the bracket, because it's probably still either sitting in the car or anything. It is not available anywhere on the internet.
of course it's not.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure we
nobody
could
has
make
those
one. It's just a
brackets.
piece of bent
Exactly.
the bent bar stock. It's like an
Exactly.
Omega kind of thing, right?
Right. Yeah. But I need bushings because I don't have the right bushing. So they're available everywhere. I mean, Powerflex will send me a whole urethane set if I wanted to. So, like I said, I got to call out to the guy. We'll see if we can source that this weekend and take care of that. And then we're ready to start test fitting, and that's pretty good.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. That was
It
it.
is exciting. Woo!
Is it news and notes time?
No.
Oh,
let's skip
okay.
Chrissy
sorry.
time.
Oh my
It's
God.
fine.
It's been so long. Chrissy, what are you working on?
No. You're not
It's
blaming
so-
this on time. Not because Chris and I knew we were.
No, it's my fault because I'm the one that went out of order.
It's true. All over the place. Just okay, fine. I was like, oh,
I
whatever.
apologize. I'm very sorry.
It's fine. I stacked a lot of wood. Chris made a lot of wood and I stacked it. I didn't finish
Yeah,
it.
he did.
Yeah, I did.
I was gonna ask if that was like sand in the Wayla, but okay.
It's but pretty much he made a big stack and then I didn't finish it. So we stacked a lot. I didn't even take a final picture of the pile that's there. It's massive. There's still more to do. So stacking all of the firewood that we've been working on. So it's a lot. I am traveling for work, as you might notice. I know if you're watching, you are looking at a beautiful hotel background of a hotel room, and I'm traveling for work. So I'm in a tank top because I'm in Florida. Also just because I'm in a hotel room and it's fine temperature to do that. So
and they issue you tank tops when you arrive in Florida. Sorry,
that's weird.
We don't
And
do
flip-flops.
sleeves here.
And
We don't.
flip-flops.
No sleeves are no good.
The flip-flops
No
are yeah.
shoes.
Yes,
No
and the
shoes.
mosquitoes. Shit, the mosquitoes. We went out last night and we went to like walk around, and I had 5 mosquito bites on one ankle. Like they were like, I love this, and so it was awful. So anyway, I am here traveling for work, doing an audit, safety audit for a plant down here, but that means I have the game Guess the Rental.
Very exciting.
Okay, I've got to guess the rental. And I even told my coworker that I was playing this game. So I am ready for your questions and you will pick my car.
We get 2 questions each.
Sure.
All right. All right.
Well,
Cool.
here's the thing that I know to clarify this. You did not actually pick this car.
That's
this was
what's gonna be my
selected for you. Is
Not at all.
essentially no. You
No.
actually got to pick it. Oh,
Okay.
because I knew you were going
Correct.
through Ava's
Alright.
budget, which never.
That's your question? Nope, that's your question. Nope. Okay.
Oh.
Fine.
I did not tell you. I did not tell Chris the car. I know
Nope.
I didn't.
She
I just
did
told him
not.
the situation and you're wrong. I did
Hmm.
choose the car.
Okay.
All right. So you said you're in Florida. That's St. Augustine.
I'm in
right?
Florida. St. Augustine, Florida. Yes, correct. I flew into Jacksonville. Not sure if that helps.
Did you? Okay. So here's my. Did you get the rental in Jacksonville or St. Augustine?
That's the question.
Jacksonville.
What's the difference?
I flew into
It-
Jacksonville.
One's
Chris
a
knows
major
where
airport.
I'm going. Exactly. And
Oh.
one is a vacation destination and the other one is sort of a business destination. Jacksonville's a little more of it's a bigger city, a little bit more of a business, so that matters. All right.
I'm gonna stick to the standards. What continent did it come from?
That's a good one.
Manufacturer business, not actually where it was manufactured. Googling.
I mean, North America, Europe.
It's
or
Oh
Japan.
Asia.
wow.
You
Okay,
think
she's.
it's
I was gonna say,
You don't say
if
country. Just
she's Googling. I'm like,
I
did you get a Stellantis?
North
I
American,
did
Europe,
Japan.
or Asia.
Okay.
So Asia.
All right.
That's it.
Asia.
We're gonna go
But-
Asia. Okay.
But
Alright,
Japan.
alright.
So okay.
Okay, Japan. You let the cat out of the bag.
I'm gonna pull the
Maybe I'm
pin
wrong.
and throw the first grenade. You don't seem nearly angry enough, but I'm just gonna say Altima.
No. Correct.
Okay.
No.
I think Chrissy knows better than to pick an Ultima these days.
Yeah.
I
Would you
think
like?
she would
I'm
have
walking.
known
I
Nissan
am
was
walking to
Japanese.
St. Augustine.
That's why I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said I think you would have known that Nissan was Japanese. I don't think you would have had to Google that.
As my second question, hatch or trunk?
Or other. It's not a binary.
What's is other? There's no other.
It
It's
could be
it's
a
either
pickup
got a
truck.
big lift gate. I guess it could be
Or
Okay, could
or
it have a-
van
Or-
or suburban.
a van has a hatch.
I would have
A pickup
hatch.
truck has a gate, a tailgate,
It's not a trunk though.
lift
And
gate,
hatch.
tailgate, or
Some Japanese cars have the barn doors, or some Koreans ones do. Yeah.
what was the answer?
Hatch.
Hatchback.
Okay.
Okay.
What class was the rental? Midsize,
Um,
medium, SUV, luxury SUV.
I mean, I'm giving it away. Like if I'm already saying that
well,
it was,
I don't know about that.
I said it was other, and then I went to hatch, and then I'm going to tell you that it's an other, and it is none of those that you just listed.
Oh,
Okay. Yep. I
got it.
I
got it.
I regret.
Pick up
I
what I'm
regret-
dropping here. Come on,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yep.
go.
Mitsubishi Raider.
They haven't
you
made that in
serious?
15 years, Jeff.
No, it's a Japanese people mover van, like one of those Nissan NVs.
That would be amazing, but no,
No.
I'll say a Nissan Frontier.
that's what it is. I have a 2022 base model Nissan Frontier.
So 4-door, impressive.
It's a 4-door. Yes, it is.
All right.
Great.
Yep.
Is it the new, like the newest design, or the previous generation that went for like 20 years?
I
would
think
guess
it's the
it's
new
new.
design. It's got
Yeah.
11,000 miles on it, which is kind of a lot, but I'm pretty sure it's the newer
And
design.
they've
Is
been
it-
on the new
yeah.
design from us like 2 full model years now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So
What's
Yeah,
the review?
Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think of it?
it's okay. So the reason we chose a compact. They said that'll be an hour plus. And we said, screw that noise. We'll take whatever you have. And they said, do you want a minivan or a truck? And we were like, okay, well, what kind of truck do
What
you have? Like,
kind? Yeah.
how big is it? And so they were like, it's very small. We're like, it's small. And I was like, "Oh, okay, fine. Like we just wanted to get this
You
was
drive an
it.
Escalade. You're fine with
Yeah.
Right.
Definition
right.
of small might not
What-
be
right,
the same as all of them.
But so the questions you didn't ask is how much luggage do I have? How many people am I taking? Like you didn't ask
people would
any
have
of
been
the
a good
normal
question.
questions. This
I
is
know
me
the
and
answers.
but it's me and my coworker, right? So we there's 2 of us. We only have carry-on, so it's not huge. But we did drive from Jacksonville to St. Augustine, which is good 45 minutes. So, but we didn't have a choice. So did we have a choice? Yes, because we chose not to wait for a car. We chose a truck. And then
What
we found said
were
truck.
your minivan options?
You know what? It's Avis budget and they're awful. And that's what I have
Okay.
to use through work. So
Dodge
Caravans.
Caravans.
They
All
basically
Dodge
started
Caravans.
picking up the car keys and they're just like, it's a car. It's like, this is, some vehicle.
There's
This is a
no
vehicle.
logo
Just like,
on it at all.
screw you,
Yeah.
just give me the freaking keys. Like we need to get out of here. So we took it was a key party. And we just said like, I will just take that one. And so anyway, and we couldn't find it. It was so far. It was an Itchy 5, which is only some people will get that joke. It was really far away. We could not, we had to set the alarm off to actually find said car. And so, yeah, so basically we were like, oh, that's cute. So it's me and another woman. 30-something woman, and we were like, oh, that's fine. And we were talking, and she's got a soft spot for pickup trucks because her father used to have one, and she's learned on drive on and whatever. So we were kind of liking it, and then we decided it's beyond, it's below a meh, is what it is. Like, it doesn't do anything well. It's like, it's both of us, and I told her I was going to tell you all this and that you were going to laugh, is because my review is cute. That's all, right? It's not good at anything.
No.
It's like slow. The fit and finish is awful. It's not comfortable. Yeah, it's meh.
Below a meh should be like a t-shirt
Wow.
of our, Everyone Racers podcast. Below a meh.
I
Speaking
think
of
we're-
below a meh,
We're better than a Frontier is what it comes down
Yeah.
to, because
Oh, that's an even better.
whoa, that is not
Everyone
saying
Racers
much.
better than a Frontier.
Better
Than
than
a
a
rental
Frontier.
Frontier. I drove what might be the worst rental car on the planet because the aunt from Chicago is leasing one because she didn't call me from the leasing office. The Nissan Rogue, the
Oh.
22 Rogue.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which
so
is
this is
which
below-
is which is literally just a jacked up Altima.
Oh, that's
It's
terrible.
except it has a 3-cylinder engine now.
terrible.
Oh,
Cylinders.
Terrible. It was
Three.
slow. The CVT fakes like it has gears. Oh, it was just, there was so many weird things. Like, she complained about like every single like surface control module. She was like, I put my hand down and I set the parking brake
Oh.
because the parking brake is a button right behind the shifter.
Yeah.
She hates
Also-
it. She can't wait for it to die.
My truck keeps dinging at me like I left the lights on. We can't figure out why, and we didn't, but it does it sometimes, but not other times. Also, it comes with a key, but it doesn't have any place to put the key. Like, it comes with like
But it's got a
a
push button
legit
start.
key. It's got a push button start. So like every time both of us get out to like put the just
Does it have a
push the
hole in
button.
the door for the key? Look at that tomorrow.
or the tailgate.
Oh, to like
Yeah, like if the
okay.
battery were dead,
Probably.
could you? Because like even your Mercedes has a key hidden in the fob, but the only place to put it is in the spot in the trunk that
In
you
the
could
Corvette,
put.
it's above the license plate. In the trunk.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
there
So
is
this
a
is an
spot to put it so you can
exterior.
get to the battery. Yeah.
The more you know. Now we'll both feel better about trying to figure out why you give me a key and I have nowhere to put it. So good. That's helpful.
Also, you're in Florida. You can stab people with it.
I already have, so that's fine.
Self-defense from
Good.
alligators.
Quite. And turkeys and yes,
Iguanas.
a lot. Iguanas. So many iguanas.
News and notes time.
Our friend, former guest, our Racing Junk media buddy, Tracy Gadu, made the Car Chicks 2023 calendar.
Yay!
That is so frigging awesome. And we love Tracy. And I had bothered to actually bring this up real quick. So I'm going to just show it. She garnered 7,700 votes.
She's so great at the social media.
And it's funny because to me at least, she embodies everything that Car Chicks is trying to do. They're just highlighting people who love cars. And it's a great picture of Tracy with that monster Corvette of hers. And she's on that one and she's wearing her driving suit, probably like right after winning something there back in, it looks almost like either Road Atlanta or NCM. So we're really, really excited. Congratulations, Tracy. We will have that link and a link to buy pre-order for all of $12 your 2023 Car Chicks calendar. This is a calendar that rather than features all the cheesecake photos from that creepy flaps that you would go see with your dad to get that one part. This is all ladies and their actual race cars, not just some model laying over across the hood of these things. These are racers. This is exactly what we need in this culture. Rock on, Tracy.
Or a 90s import magazine with large boots and small skirts.
Yeah,
We
no,
don't need any
Not,
of
it's
that.
not what it is.
racers.
Racers who
Everyone.
happen to be women. Love the way you put that.
And in news that only Mental cares about, an iconic
I
car
care about
chase
this.
movie is set for a reboot. Paul Eisenstein at the Detroit Bureau has the highlights. The 1968 Steve McQueen film Bullet is being revived by director Steven Spielberg. In what is touted as a prequel, the main character, police detective Frank Bullitt, will be portrayed by Bradley Cooper, who is also signed on as a co-producer with Spielberg. Additionally, Steve McQueen's son, Chad, along with his granddaughter, Molly, are signed on as executive producers. The current lead writer is an Academy Award winner and Philadelphia native Josh Singer. The film has no title yet, and more importantly, no one has mentioned what the detective will be driving in the film. And of course, this matters because the original film was known for an 11-minute car chase, considered to be one of the best ever, as the hero runs through San Francisco and their suburbs in a 68 Mustang Fastback, which is green, pursuing his two hitmen in a Dodge Charger driven by legendary stuntman Bill Hickman. For a sense of scale, one of the two heavily modified Mustangs used in the film sold for more than $3 million at auction in January 2020.
And Ford is still making money off like Bullet Edition Mustangs
Oh, yeah.
that are green
Totally.
and have the wood shift knob and just
Black
a GT,
and gray
you know?
wheels. And yeah, totally.
Exactly. I'm down for that. Sign me up. Not a great movie, but a great car chase. It's a little slow.
Yeah,
at
it's
the
an
end.
awful movie. Awful movie.
You know who's not awful and who's an awesome hoon and can hoon for more than 7 or 11 minutes? F1 legend Lewis Hamilton recently had a viral video where he was rocking an R34 Skyline around Japan, and the 7-time world champion is in a little hot water, it seems. Fred Smith at Road and Track tells us the latest. Car Buzz reported that the white Super Coupe was actually owned by, why do I get things I can't pronounce? Omoshiro Rent-A-Car, who
funny.
rented it out during the Japanese Grand Prix. So he rented it out, he hooned it, he videotaped it, he waited 2 months, and then he posted it on the old Instagrams. After the video showing what most of us would call light hooning was posted last week, Oshimiro tweeted that stating, quote, "Such driving is prohibited." Confirming the rental, a company representative stated, "Under the guidance of our attorneys, we are unable to disclose any further information, so it might become something of a legal matter." Lewis, just throw them $100,000, buy it from them, sell it for $2 million.
Right.
Give
E1R
it all
top
to
tip.
charity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. E1R top tip: if you're gonna do silly things in rental cars, don't video it unless you're prepared for the rental company to find it. Even 7-time world 7-time world champions and 103-time Grand Prix winners are not immune to the rental agreement.
But they sure have the money to throw at it.
Link in the
so
show notes.
That's okay.
It's
a great It's a fun video. Like, and it's not long and he's not rolling it. So, like, shut up.
There's
Yeah,
one
he
point
really
where
was not beating on it. Like
it was not
remotely.
that bad.
there's
Yeah,
one
I think
point where
I think I'd do
smoke
worse
is
on my way to work.
There's one point where smoke is ripping through the shift.
That's
boot from the
you're not wrong.
tires.
You're not wrong.
That's a pretty good hoon.
But whatever. They just need something to yell about. And it
What
gets
do you
him more
think people are going to do renting an R34 Skyline?
You're not wrong.
I'm going to drive it to Target. I'm going to add some bunnies and I'm going to drive home.
I
and
showed it to
get
my
some
wife. And
milk.
her first reaction was, the steering wheel's on the wrong side. How does he drive that way? I'm like, he's British. He's used to it.
Literally have him sign the dash, and then your rental charge on that car
Tripled.
doubles because it's
Right?
Rent Lewis Hamilton's R34.
We said the same thing. Like, if he wants to come and drive our NSX, call us up because that's fine. And then sign it and we will sell it for more. And that sounds lovely. And then we'll say, hey, do you know who drove my car? Anyway, finally, and this is kind of bullshit news, Haggerty's Grace Houghton breaks our heart with the news about Mercedes. Grace tells us a subscription offering increased performance in its 2 electric sedans at a rate of $1,200 per year has cropped up on the automaker's US website. On the site, a table lists the improvement, output, and acceleration specs for the 3 electric models. The EQE and the EQS sedans, along with the upcoming EQS SUV. The option will give the EQE 61 more ponies for a total of 349 and will trim the 0 to 60 by almost 5.1 seconds. The bigger EQS subscription nets 443 horsepower along with a 4.5 second 0 to 60. Grace concedes that the only mid-range all-wheel drive variants are eligible because those buyers passed on the higher model. This suggests that the marketing is actually based on the buyer's remorse rather than on the leveraging of buyer ignorance. Ideally, this is unlikely to spread upward in either version. That would upset the model hierarchy. Link in our show notes.
I'd like to also point out that my now 14-year-old Mercedes will beat both of those.
Yeah,
Mhm.
in the
well,
world of EVs, these are not impressive numbers.
No.
they're more impressive about the interiors. Like the interiors are like a step up from everyone else, but it's they're not ballistic speed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'm glad people stopped the I'm trying to find a nice way to put it, the member measuring contest of 0 to 60 in all the other EVs, because that's not what you get an EV for.
Oh, it's absolutely why I will buy an EV. You want
To
me to
beat-
buy an EV
To beat a Hellcat?
Yes.
Have you met Mental, Jeff?
You're right.
Just
You're right.
saying. Right?
You're not wrong.
Really?
Hey, do you guys know what the topic for tonight's show is? It's about
Yes.
gifts. And I'm
You
going to talk
busted
about
it.
a gift right now.
Okay.
Gearhead gifts that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Racing Junk. RacingJunk.com right now, their year-long pro level membership is only $29.95, which is a little like 2/3 price. They're usually $50. And it's going to come with a free t-shirt. So you're going to get free photo galleries with every ad placed, a free video on each ad, 5 ad slots instead of 2. All told, this would cost you $230 if you used it on just a piecemeal. But this is less than most of us would spend at Applebee's for a 2-beer lunch. Who was Applebee's? Is that still
I don't know.
No one.
That's
Right.
that's the worst.
Nobody
you
should go to
buy-
Applebee's.
Yeah, no. If you buy or sell race stuff and you want to cast a wider net, check out racingjunk.com. Link to this and their other Cyber Monday deals are in the show notes.
Okay. Upcoming
I was gonna say,
races.
will Chrissy yell if I stay quiet? 'Cause she's
I
not
will.
happy.
And of course I lift my head, but my headphones are in my head, so I'm not sure that doesn't work out.
was fine. It
correctly.
was fine.
Sorry. Okay, we have upcoming
Again,
races.
we've got to get the echo off the ceiling. That's the best.
Oh, good.
part.
Yeah, the ceiling's pretty high in here. So I don't know if that worked. And my neighbors probably hate me, but that's fine. This is like Jeff yelling when his aunt is upstairs. Like all of a sudden, randomly, this lady just talks and yells, and you're just like, what is she doing? Anyway, Lemons is in Sonoma with Judge Corey. There's 130 cars, 17 of them BMWs. It's not even boring.
Oh,
It's
meh.
amazing. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's like
17 out of 130. And they're probably all slow and amazing. 9 Miatas, 6 Hondas, 3 Porsches, and Opel wagon.
Nice.
The return of Buttercup the Lincoln and Faster Farms Belvedere, which hasn't been around in a while, has it?
Yeah.
That's great.
I wonder if Florida Doug will be there with the Faster Farms Belvedere.
He's Bay Area Doug now, I think.
I know that. We're
Yeah.
always one behind. He was DC
Yeah.
Doug when he lived in Florida. So I'll call him Florida Doug now that he's whatever.
Okay. Sounds good. In Champ Car, there's a VIR. There are 69 cars,
Nice.
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 19 BMWs. That's a reasonable
All right,
ratio.
I
That's
guess.
okay.
Yeah.
12 Miatas, 3 Hondas, 8 Porsches, an 86 Mercury Capri, which
Ooh,
is the
that's
Fox
like the
body, but at least
Austri-
it's more interesting.
Oh, okay,
No,
that's
it's a
a Fox
Fox
body.
body.
Hell yeah, it is. But it
Uh,
had better taillights, so much better
Yep.
taillights.
Crown Vic and an 86 Celica.
In
Cool.
that list, the 86 Celica is sad. WRL is at CODA. Good job, WRL, for getting a CODA date. 90 cars. Oh,
You get it. You just got to pay.
get ready. 43 BMWs.
Oh, goodness.
Ooh,
I'm officially falling asleep.
2 Miatas. 3
Officially
Hondas,
falling asleep. Is that what you said?
That's how boring it is.
21 Porsches. And
honestly,
literally-
it pains me to say this. 21 Porsches out of 90 cars, also boring.
There
Yeah.
is nothing interesting in the list. I have nothing else to say.
Nothing else. I'm done. Nothing else.
The most
Oh!
positive human being on this podcast disapproves of your entry list.
There you go. It's all right. They didn't even get any of those like cool things like the radicals and stuff.
No, they do have the MPO ones. I think they have
Okay.
their own class or something.
Got it. Got it.
And they're just not interesting.
Listener feedback time. Tim Burr gave me a shout out. Said, thanks for the shout out, Jeff. I feel the same. Had a blast hanging with
Aw.
you guys in 2022 and look forward to 23. Happy holidays.
That was an Earhart to you, Timber. Andrew Steer said, can't believe Bikes for Peace made the show notes. Thank you. Oh, thank
Quite
you.
welcome.
Yeah.
Our buddy Ian from the Apex Adjacent podcast, in reference to how bad he whooped my hide at karting at NOLA, said, quote, I had a really good kart. And also shout out to Mental for being super fast and consistent in really treacherous conditions, referencing that he and I literally were just really
Split
sailing.
all the rain, right?
We were sailing a Maserati around New Orleans. But we also had some Facebook feedback from last week's episode, and it really consisted of some very smart people making some very dangerous suggestions.
I don't know why we're talking about this. Feels like we're condoning it, but okay. Uncle Dave said, fun trick, if you plug a start capacitor from an AC or refrigerator in the wall outlet, it will eventually explode. Can confirm.
And confirm.
Not me, Uncle Dave.
Yeah.
Yep.
DJ914 said, hey, just a tech tip, plugging a large capacitor directly into the wall will not work as it does not charge at alternating current. So fashion a small rectifier circuit using 4 diodes and you'll have lots of DC voltage to shock your friend's wiener. Kids, don't try this at home. There, I'm responsible now, right?
Right?
not responsible.
Oh,
No.
Well, not responsible,
Not
but being responsible by not being
Not-
responsible.
I
Yes.
don't know if any of that is real. Nope.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, no, don't. What you working on? Responses. We posted up a couple of different things. Burger Beast 13.
I love you.
That was a
for your
great name. Was topping of windshield washer fluids and spraying fluid film.
That'll be me
Ooh.
on Sunday.
Yep.
They should.
Ooh.
I
sponsor
need
us.
a fluid film. I need to get some
They
cans.
should
Fluid Film should
us.
sponsor us. Yes, they should.
Absolutely.
I suck racing, SUK Racing, was doing was addressing timing chains that are rattling on their Cobalt 2 a mere 2 weeks. On their Cobalt, they've got the white Cobalt.
I didn't
A
know
mere
there was a
2
Cobalt
weeks.
too.
I was like, what the hell's a
That's
Cobalt?
terrible.
I'm sorry,
You're making
Like the
you're making
Mustang
things.
too.
That's why commas matter.
True. Commas matter. On their Cobalt, a mere 2 weeks before the Kim Harmon Scrotium 500, and he's going to have a good Sunday workday because they're a little bit farther south.
Yep. Randy's, I don't know. Anyway, did an oil change on their
Randy
C6.
Scabalabada.
Scabalabada 13?
Yeah, bag of donuts. Did an oil change on their C6 vet. Put my Cobra racing bucket back in, numbers on the side, ready for the 17th track day at CMP. Fantastic.
Did he put all those emojis there? Or was that
He
something
did.
had?
Those,
Oh.
those are copied and pasted.
So I've discovered that my Veloster attempts to read the emojis. So if
Oh,
you
yeah,
texted
ours
this
is-
to me in a car, it would say, for the open track day at CMP, heart face, smiley face, regular smiley face, regular smiley face.
Eggplant, peach.
Yes.
Oh no! Don't do that.
The best one is light skin muscle arm.
Your car is racist?
Yeah, I don't know. So that's what my coworkers call me, and they just text me that. So reason. MXMC Mix Mad MXMC
Macadam?
It's
MX
MXMC Adam. I don't know where we're at here. He asked, he is looking at a 2018 E400 wagon. Wanted to know how you guys like it. Any issues?
It's glorious.
As someone who does not own that car, it's friggin' amazing. That car is incredible. When I showed up at CMP 2 years ago to do the 224s and I was exhausted, and Chrissy said, "Go sit in our car and use the invigorating massage."
I like the massage.
Mhm. That's hard to get though. The only problems we've had are when someone backed into it in a parallel parking spot, it bumped into the grill, which moved the grill, and it bent the bracket for the front Distronic sensor. So that made a lot of the self-driving stuff not work until we could get a new bracket and recalibrate it.
But that wasn't like the car's fault.
No, it's not the
Like,
car's
that's
fault.
not-
It got hit.
Right. But it wasn't like a problem that we had with the car.
No. But that's the only challenge we have had. Aside from that, it's been completely flawless and it's fantastic.
And those of you not watching on YouTube, Chrissy made light skin strong arm. Like this.
I mean, I did, and then that's racist, so I'm sorry.
He just prefers it as strong arm.
I mean, sure. Right. This is not like lady strong
That's
arm.
assuming that the normal race would be light skin. So I'm saying,
Who it doesn't care what color your strong arm is.
Aww. Aww.
Chris, as long as she gets her Mazda 5 back at some point after all this work I'm doing to it. Yeah. Chrissy's mom.
And it's a little quieter and happier. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Great. Guess what time it is?
Main topic time.
It's not nearly as funny because I want Chrissy yelling weird things in a hotel room because it's in Florida, and I want some guest to go, my God, couldn't she just have noisy sex like a normal person? What is listener feedback?
Literally in the top corner. I have one neighbor. There's nobody on the stairs are across the street or across the hall, and I have no other neighbors.
Oh, that's because you booked under my Marriott points, right? Yeah,
that's true.
In my preferences, I have high floor away from elevator because those are usually the least traveled rooms.
Correct.
And therefore they're in better condition.
Also, they have no hot water, so there's that.
You just gotta wait longer.
Sure. Okay. It is my favorite time of year. I love gift giving. I am so excited for this episode. I actually opened the notes and added some things early because I'm that excited. So I'm going to start off with the present that if you have a woman who likes to, it's a woman, not gender biased, anything, because it's for women, by women. If you have a woman that likes to work on things, this can be outside, this can be on cars, this can be just industrial. You could probably even wear some of them like hiking. They're great for people that like to do stuff that's kind of industrial. I found them on the internet somewhere. It's called Dovetail workwear. And I bought some pants, and the pants they fit. I used to wear Carhartts and I hated them. And because they just never fit me well. And they were too tight in the wrong places. I just hated them. I bought these pair of pants. And every time I put them on, I tell Chris how much I freaking love these pants. And so they have they have like 25 pockets, but they have like knees that bend. They're already, I just cannot tell you how much I love these pants. It's kind of weird and gross that I love these pants so much. So
no, I don't think so at all.
Okay, so Dovetail.
Pants.
They're really functional. They're just like Carhartts, but they fit me so well. The thing is, I want to tell you, I know this is you're gonna have a problem with sizing. So if you've seen me, this is kind of hard, but like the inseam is probably a little easier for you to kind of pick. Like if you're short, pick the short one. If you're taller, I have so the pants that I bought were an 830 is what they were. I thought they fit well, but I think I would like them a little longer. So but I'm 5'8". So I know this is tough for anybody that if there's a woman that you're trying to buy for, you may just have to buy some and hope that they're big enough or buy them a little big, but mine fit like the lady in the picture that we're showing. I brought the BRITT utility gray, dark gray pants. I cannot tell you how much I love these pants.
That's awesome. If you have a woman-shaped body, check them out.
But check out this whole page. I'm sorry.
So what's their return policy if like you're an idiot like me, then get the wrong size?
Unknown. And I didn't look because the pants that I bought happened to fit. But I also, while I'm buying, because I do this, I bought some, and then I bought the work gloves that they have as well. And they are so much better than the Mechanics pink Mechanics like 1-ply glove. They have a whole bunch of they have a really good padding, which has been really good for lift, but at like all the wood pile move that I've been doing, they have like a really enforced fingers and they have really enforced padding on your hands. So love them too. So they're my two, actually, and I said in the notes, I don't know if they are right now, but when I looked at them, I bought the small, which of course you want some dexterity, which you need. I have like normal size woman hands and I got smalls. They're just the right size, but I think they're sold out. So you might have to wait for them. Maybe it's a birthday present or something, but I loved them. I think they're really great. They're probably even better than a lot of the man gloves that Chris has. So can't get enough of them. Actually, all but large are sold out. So unless you have extra
That's
large
checking.
hands, that's all you're gonna get.
Actually,
So
yeah, those gloves look great because the fingertips look like they have like the grippy
So
things
much.
when you're trying to
do.
grab some tiny little bolt from
Correct.
the in part of the car.
Yep, and they really do have that. Like, there's an actual pad that is pretty significant on the inside. Yeah, those are like
Mm.
like there's actual piece of stuff in there, not just the padding on it
Not just
or
the
the like the
felt
outline on
cover
it.
there.
Correct. Yeah, love them. So maybe you just look back later, but dovetailworkwear.com. Can't get enough of them. Made for women by women. Love it.
Awesome. I'm going to say, if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, we are showing these on
it.
the YouTube version. So if you want to see what these things look like, jump on the YouTubes and check it out. Should we, I got like 4 coming up. Should we mix them up? Want me to do 2 and then we'll share around? Because my next 2 are kind of combined.
Just go
So,
for it. Who cares?
I got 2 tools coming up. We ready for this?
Yeah,
Not
you
Harbor
do.
Freight. These are Project Farm's top 10 tools of the year. If you don't know, it's a YouTube channel and he does all of this like great testing. So it's 2 tools that are made by companies that you might not always think of. And I'm trying to find somebody else. Share the link while I read. That'll be easier.
Are you starting on the ratchet?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the ratchet. The first
Got
one is the Gear Wrench 90 tooth compact head ratchet. This thing tested off the frickin' charts. It was top 1 or 2 in arc swing, strength, back drag. This guy measured back drag. You know how when you're wrenching and you're ratcheting and you turn it the other direction, but the bolt is really loose and it just turns it both directions and it doesn't like click. He tested that. This Project Farm is awesome. But anyway, back drag, compactness. It beat most of the more expensive favorites from Snap-on, Mac, Icon, Tecton. It was $34. For some reason, the price today is now $44. So watch for a sale. It's probably going to go on sale. I don't know. Gear wrench. Not who you'd usually think about for a ratchet.
And it's interesting because Gear Wrench on their website, and I'm going to shamelessly do that right here.
I got it if you just want to talk about it because I got it open too.
Bust it out. So they've got a whole stack of deals because Gear Wrench has now expanded. I remember when they used to just be the box end wrench and the regular wrench for that. Now they've moved into ratchets and they're making some high quality.
Remember at
tools.
SEMA, we had tested those Gear Wrench sockets that took off completely
were
rounded,
awesome.
rounded off bolt
Yes,
heads.
I
Those
bought
are
them.
amazing. Yeah.
Mhm.
The one time you need it is going to be the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah. In fact, and they were at SEMA again this year with some even more stuff, which is how I actually ended up on this website. So they've the 10-piece bolt biters. I think that's what Chris was just talking about. And they also have narrow head sockets to fit in where you, if the wall of the socket is too thick, you can't get it into certain things. And they've got really nice fitted toolkits and everything.
I needed to
Yeah.
buy a narrow head socket for the spark plugs on the Mercedes. They're 14s, but a 14 does not fit. So
I think these are the bolt biters.
bought a specialty narrow head swivel socket that fits it perfectly.
Yeah, these are the
Sometimes-
bolt biters. Yeah, they're looking at like, what is this, 25% off average here, right? Very nice.
Great.
Absolutely. And that's on the some of the they've got them on various things. That's their Save It Cyber Monday. And if you buy something from them, say, hey, I heard about this E1R, heard about it on the E1R podcast. You should totally sponsor them.
They'll go, who?
Mhm.
All right. I know what you're saying. You're like, Jeff, you and your value priced tools. I'm a professional and I only buy the best of the best, no matter what the cost. I'm about to show you the greatest wrenches ever. Are you ready for this?
These look pretty
I promise you
fantastic.
it's coming. No, it's coming. I got it. I got it. I just,
Oh, you got it?
I-
Okay.
my
So-
computer's being my computer.
Wait for it till it's going to come around on the guitar here. We're just gonna
Exactly.
Wait
Thank
for
you.
it while it does.
So check these things out. Zoom in on those wrenches if you can. These are the SK Professional X-frame ratcheting wrench combo. You want to make your tool truck guys jealous? These things are they tested just off the charts. They beat all of the things that came off the trucks. The problem is
These are some pretty sexy looking.
they are
wrenches.
right. They're not.
Yeah.
No lie.
And
Everything.
the fact that they're
tested-
six point in the ratcheting
six
part.
point ratchet. They had the
Yes.
best arc. They had the best like precision on the size. The jaw worked the best. Everything was the best. The problem is this is tool truck prices. 7-piece set, $250.
Why?
Ooh.
Why?
If you're using them every day to make your living, this kind of stuff starts to matter.
Okay. Okay.
And this is not outrageous when you compare it to what the Snap.
I was
on or the
about
Mac
to
is
add to
gonna
my
cost.
cart, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I can buy a lot of things for that kind of money.
It's tool truck
Cars,
prices.
for example, an entire
like,
car.
yeah.
It's tool truck prices.
We're not trying to earn our living doing this.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Yep.
but those are legit.
All right. Do you want me to do my next one, or somebody
Yeah.
want to jump in with one?
Go for it.
All right. Mental, go ahead. You were already sharing it there. So, what do you have a gearhead who's got a new garage? They need art for the walls. In the past, we've done the Chrissy. Do you remember where we got the little track things? What the name of that company was?
Yeah. Plasma tracks.
Plasma
on Etsy.
tracks.
Mhm.
We've done
Yeah,
plasma
I'm glad you brought it
tracks.
up. They're also
Now-
really great. I don't know if they're. I'm sure it's still there. I've gotten them for
Sure.
years and years.
Plasma tracks are great if you've already got somebody the plasma tracks. Now you can get them the Petrol Vibes metal car. They have motorcycles too. Silhouette wall art. Check this out. Zoom in if you can on that 911 there.
They look great.
They're fantastic. So these things are big. It's like the size of the entire couch. $127.
Well, now look at the sizes, Jeff. The picture they have is the size of the couch, but the one you're looking
Oh.
at is like 21 inches.
Oh,
They make the big ones. They're
wow.
just a little more money.
They're a little bit pricier. All right. What are the
So-
big ones? Did you look at them?
They're like 4 feet. They're huge.
I know, but what was the price on the big ones?
I don't recall off the top of my head. Enough that
That's
I didn't buy the one of the NSX right away.
Yeah, they have two different kinds. They have the detailed and the regular. The regular one's kind of like minimalist. It's kind of good looking, and the detailed is more detailed. Duh.
I
No
was
way.
actually impressed with the variety. And,
Oh.
and not because obviously we're looking at the Veloster, and I like that they've got an NSX. That Porsche's easy. Everyone's got Spencer's has Porsche.
Oh, they have
gears.
27 different Porsches too. Need 964, need 964.2, 964 cab. Need not,
right, but NSX's Velosters. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they got two Velocitors. So here's another fun thing: if they don't have your car, send them a picture.
Nice. That's great.
How awesome
If
is
you
that?
really want an Oldsmobile Bravada silhouette
Sure.
wall art, They got you covered.
Bravada, I think they have on the list. The Achieva, on the other hand, you might have to send them a picture.
Omega, the only Oldsmobile that matters.
how's
All right.
yours doing sitting on that moon trailer? Checking.
It's
Should-
so high up. It's
Exactly.
great. I went and looked at it today. There's a guy looking to buy my 914 project. And so I took him out to the storage unit. And while we were driving out, he brought his buddy with him. They're like, "Oh man, look at that race car up on that trailer." And I did not have the heart to say that. That's all.
That's
That's
mine.
also mine.
Is there anything else you want?
Yeah, we can make it. We can make a combo deal.
Yeah. You
Oh,
want
no,
a
no,
free
no.
stolen
The-
trailer? You want?
Free
right, I'll
stolen
sell ya.
trailer.
I'll sell you the trailer. The Omega will
Does
dominate.
not go.
But if you can help me get it off the trailer, then I will.
That's the
that
price.
would be
You
really
can have
great.
the trailer if you get the car off for it.
All right, I'm trying to load this one because this one definitely
No,
needs.
I've got
some
it. Here it is right here. It's
explanation
the
here.
and if I'm not mistaken, this is related to the one that our Wartburger thief friend told me to get, which I have used extensively, especially in rebuilding my Volvo, and it was quite a.
I have been a little jealous of the power probe that Warp Burglar Aaron has for a long time, but I'm going to one-up him with my, are we ready for this? Top Diag P100 circuit tester, power circuit probe multimeter, digital oscilloscope diode tester, all for under $100. It's a power probe.
It is. Look, there's a $25 coupon on it right now.
Is there?
I
Look at that.
I didn't see that.
Boom!
Look
Right
at
there.
that.
It's on the website.
Yeah.
It's on the website. There-
Wow.
$25
So
coupon.
$75.
I love coupons.
Yeah. So this thing is basically a power probe with a screen that can do all the power probe things like test circuits and send power or send ground. But it also, because it's an oscilloscope, you can view the waveform or the frequency of whatever sensor you're trying to figure out. All that stuff in the system that us troglodytes don't know how to test for. But if you're like Bill Fisher or Hamza, you're like, well, you probably already have an oscilloscope. I don't know.
Yeah, but this one's portable because if they, Bill and Hamza have like the old dial one from your high school physics class.
Probably
Yeah,
right.
That's pretty cool.
That's
We'll
pretty
say
cool.
that.
Yeah. We
Like
needed
if you need that, nothing else will do the job.
right.
Like something
That's what
like
I'm
that.
saying. I don't remember. We needed an oscilloscope not that long ago. We were all talking about it. I don't remember what it was. But if you have to diagnose some high-tech biz, this is the deal. I don't know what I would use it for, but I want it. There it is. Currently 99 or 75.
You would use it the same way I use my Power Pro.
Like a Tesla.
As an overpriced test light. Yeah.
Right. Oh well. I sent this link to my wife. We'll see how it goes.
And I guess we don't need to buy one if you're going to buy one.
They're my mom paging through her Look magazine would be tricked into reading a sales pitch from the Red Rider himself.
That's right.
All right. I've got a few here now.
Okay.
Yes,
go ahead.
you
We're gonna
do.
go over. Yeah, these are some good ones. I think they are. All right, let me share my screen. I've got them all pulled up.
Oh, never mind. Cool. Saves me the hassle.
All right, first thing. We all have race helmets. We all have visors. The fancy helmets, you're not supposed to use Windex on. It screws up the anti-fog coating.
Yes,
So-
it does. Ask
Yes.
me how I know.
Oh, that's what's wrong with yours. Darn
Right.
it.
So
Mm.
Stilo, I said I wanted to clean mine. I said, all right, went to Stilo. How do I clean this? They have an anti-fog helmet shield cleaner. It's called Acrosol. It's not made by Stilo. It's just stuff. It's an auto body
Suggested.
degreaser is what it's
Yeah.
called. It's an auto body
Wow.
degreaser.
Oh, look
It's
at that.
available from other places. It was actually more expensive on Amazon than buying it from Stilo or other places. So, but look for Acrosol, Acrysol. Auto. It's a green can. But when you say it, like, this is not a helmet cleaner, this is auto body degreaser. No, that's the right thing, according to Stilo, to do this. And they also say use it with a standard paper towel, not a microfiber cloth.
Mhm. And look what it says right there. Also works for cleaning other Simpson shields.
And I'm sure we
Oh,
do
why
use
my
edible
Simpson-
any helmet.
That's why my Simpson got all screwed up and I had to buy a new shield.
I
Yep.
feel like
So-
if you were to receive this, you should just put a big Sharpie and say for helmets. Like, this is one of those things you're like, I pick this up and be like, yeah, I think I could spray that on the car. Let me just
Great.
use that as
Like,
a
be like, oh,
cleaner.
clean the oil cooler.
Yeah. No,
Seems great.
specifically
Auto bio
for
degreaser.
helmets.
Yeah. Right on it for helmets only.
Yep. So get that for somebody. I've got one that should be here and here. in
I'm
any moment.
excited.
We can all use it.
I'm adding it.
Yep. Okay. Next, hearing protection's great, but it's boring. Bluetooth speakers are great. Don't give you proper hearing protection. 3M has solved this problem. WorkTunes connect gel cushions wireless hearing protection with Bluetooth. So they look like serious heavy duty hearing protection for people that are going to wear this
Yeah,
all day.
Earmuffs. Style.
Earmuffs, right?
Yeah.
But these are the good ones, like the nice gel cups, all that. But they have Bluetooth built in, so you can still listen to stuff
That's
while
not a
you're
bad
doing.
price either.
while you're mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
But if you are someone, or you know someone that works around equipment a lot, needs good hearing protection, still wants to listen to something, this is a better combination than shoving your little earbuds inside your other things, or just using noise canceling headphones. These are going to be better. So 80 bucks.
Those are fantastic.
Yeah. I think that's a great price too.
Yeah, even just give it to someone that spends 2 hours mowing the lawn. Great. They're going to have a much better time. They'll be quieter, better for them all around. Not that much money, all things considered.
We
don't grind all day, but
right. But I would also like, obviously, you're in the garage, you got the air compressor going, stuff like that. But if you get on an airplane and you throw those things on, it says to every passenger around here, not wanting to talk to you, just leave me alone.
Usually I go into the
noise
plane.
canceling ones that I have on the plane, which are amazing on the plane. But
usually as I get on the plane, I kind of go like, snakes, and they leave me alone. So
actually, do not do that. I will not do that. The other thing you can do is if you cough a lot. Ask me how I know, sitting on many planes lately.
It's my seat.
Basically. Yep. Got it.
Can I have the window?
Let me just put the bubble up. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Love
it. Traveling with dogs, I recently found if you sit a wiener dog in a carrying case on the seat next to you, unless the plane's full, no one sits next to you. Or the one person who does, you're going to get along great.
Yep.
Every year
I make the pitch. Tool batteries, whatever tool ecosystem someone is invested in, they're never going to be upset by receiving a tool battery, especially 100%. If you pony up for the bigger ones.
Yep.
Everyone loves them. Another generic thing, more screwdrivers, like just a multi-screwdriver kit, because screwdrivers, they do wear out over time.
Are you sharing your screen, the correct screen?
Yeah, well, I don't have a thing up for screwdrivers. This is just
I'm sorry, this is generic.
This is just screwdrivers.
Okay. I apologize.
But I just wanted to say a little more about screwdrivers, because worn out screwdrivers are really frustrating. They either strip the Phillips head screw, if it's a flathead screw, it pops out. But then the fun part is screwdrivers can be made into all kinds of other tools when you have enough of them. When you take your worn out one, you grind it into an awl, you can bend it, you can do all kinds of things that you wouldn't do if you have enough of them.
Literally, the safety professional in me is going, la, 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 la.
No, it's fine. You're making new tools.
You can make it a starter on your Honda.
Oh, totally. Or almost any car. You can
better
use
than have a key.
As a starter. Yep.
Yeah.
Screwdrivers they go from like precision tool, not precision tool, pry bar,
hammer.
Oh no! They follow the same.
I'm sorry. Did you say throw it out?
Throw it out. Yeah, that's eventually.
You don't throw it out.
Jeff hasn't gotten to that level.
I throw it out.
Yet. Jeff has never reached that level.
Bucket of spare parts, but it's they follow the same path as your clothing. Nice clothing. Okay, hanging out clothing, yard work clothing, garage clothing, fiberglassing, painting clothing.
Yeah. All right. Next thing I'm going to say is a tinted helmet visor, because I realized this year I always have my visor up in the car. A, some air is nice, but B, it's because when my visor's down, my sunglasses fog up. I thought, this is not the safest thing. I shouldn't do this. I should have my visor closed. I don't, because it fogs my glasses. What is the solution? The solution is a tinted helmet visor. They make them for everybody. Mental, you got something to say on this?
I never take my tinted visor off ever, even at night. It actually, because they're not just tinted like cheap car things. They're polarized. So even when I'm racing at night, it is very good to reduce the star speckles that you get when racing at night with other cars. I bought mine and I had the clear shield still sitting in the nice little soft carrying case, has never been on my helmet.
See, it's funny because I bought a clear and a smoked for my Simpson because I cleaned it with the wrong product. I didn't have Acrosol. And I tried the tinted one, but then when I raced with it cracked, I didn't like it because it was like I had sunglasses here and not sunglasses there. So
I think you just have to keep it pretty much all the way down for
Yeah.
it to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I'm going to try it.
There you go.
I think it's worthwhile.
No,
I think it's safer to do something
I
good
still
there.
have it. I kind of think I wish I would have gone for one of the other ones versus the straight smoke.
Yeah. No, these are tinted, properly smoked, and anti-glare face shields are great. Especially if you're taking the sunset shift and you've got your sunglasses, you can bring that down for like just almost like a visor to cut out the sun as it's coming in there and still see the track.
Anyone
clearly.
that's
Kinda
ever
nice.
driven closing shift in New Hampshire.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yep. Did it this year, and I was like, "Holy cow!"
Yeah. What's in front of me on this straight? No
Don't
idea. I'm just
know.
going to send it and see what happens.
Don't
Let's
know.
hope the
It'll-
people in
it'll-
front of you are sending it as well.
It'll crunch when I hit something. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Next, if you know someone that works outside doing stuff, just even in the yard, cold, snow blowing,
these are
I call these
great.
Muppet gloves because you look like Fozzie Bear Muppet, right? They're just
Ah, waka waka.
leather
Basically.
fleece lined leather gloves. They're just so nice for whether it's doing, cutting 4 cords of wood or using the snow blower or whatever you're going to do. They're not very expensive. They're durable. They're really warm. You don't really care because they're $14. Like, these are just super handy to have if you live anywhere cold. So Corey's like, yeah, I don't care. So,
Yeah.
but anywhere else,
California people need not apply.
yeah. But anywhere
Southern
else, these
California
are great.
people.
I'll say this. So I bought a pair of these, remarkably similar. I think mine were like a little more obnoxiously yellow.
And probably these ones up here. Those are
very
yellow.
similar to that, but it
Yeah.
was the design like the ones you were showing. So comfortable, still have them.
Yeah.
Occasionally we'll still use them.
Totally great to
That's-
have.
yeah.
All right. Next thing I've got. Do you have a car that has a parasitic drain that you cannot
Yes.
find?
Yes. C6 Corvette.
Yeah. It's always a GM product. My Corvette does the
Yes.
same thing too. It's always a freaking GM product. Anyway, so this is essentially an ammeter that plugs in place of a fuse.
I just figured it out as you were
Right.
saying that.
So you take out the fuses one by one, you plug this in place of the fuse,
Oh
whether it's a
my
mini, a micro, or a
God.
spade,
Oh,
and
my
it
God, this
tells
is
you
amazing.
how much electricity is flowing through it at that time. So you
Oh,
can say,
Mental
oh,
is buying one of these for Mental right after
Yeah.
the show.
so you can say, oh, there's 1.3 amps going through this when the car's off.
That's
There's
my
your
problem.
problem. Now you can trace that circuit. But this is the only way you're going to find that. And it's really
And
easy.
it-
It's $35. You plug it in.
And it even comes with the attachment for the little weird European fuses too.
And,
This is
the ones that every
brilliant.
modern car has these micro fuses and
Yeah.
mini fuses,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well
yeah.
as the big old ones. Yeah, this has got them all. And this tells you where it makes it so you can figure it out.
That's awesome. Tell the price on this one because this is a great
36
price.
bucks.
Winner. I spend more on my trickle charger
Yeah,
because I have
this
the
is-
parasitic drain.
This is literally getting ordered as soon as we're done recording. I'm totally buying that.
Great. I got a couple more generic things. A gift certificate for car detailing. Who doesn't like having a freshly detailed car? Even Jeff is like, yeah, okay, I don't mind it
Absolutely.
as long as I
I'll
don't have to
take
do
that.
it.
Yeah,
right?
Hell yeah.
So give that to somebody, and it supports a local small business probably too who's doing it. Just somebody doing it in their garage, that kind of thing. Nice to do. So consider that. Next, nice socks. I think everyone values good quality socks. Like no one's ever put a sock on and said, this sock is too nice. You always really appreciate
Jeff's trying
wearing
to show us her feet.
nice socks, right?
Okay.
So get some good quality socks for somebody. They're always going to appreciate it. Just go to REI and get something there. There's nothing crappy really at REI. Two more.
I'll say slight departure from the subject matter.
Yeah.
When my stepdad married my mom and I was a wee lad, one Christmas after they just got married, my mom said, the only thing I really want for Christmas is some good socks. Cause she just had a bunch of crappy socks. And my stepdad, wonderful human being, went and got her some really, really nice socks. And this is the 70s. And he had no idea how to wrap them. So he just threw them into the tree. Like on Christmas Eve, just went out there and put the socks like in the Christmas tree itself. And that became a tradition all through my youth. Is my my dad would buy my mom socks, hide them in the tree, and on Christmas morning she would have to fish all of her socks out of the tree. And on
That's fun.
occasion, as I would be dragging the tree to the curb for the Christmas tree pickup, I would still find some extra socks.
Wow. All right.
That's
That's
cool.
a good. Wow. Usually when I don't know how to wrap something,
okay.
it's tinfoil, because that just works.
Such a waste.
Festive.
Don't do that, please.
It's festive.
You can't throw it away. And when
All
you
right.
do, it doesn't do great.
Reuse it.
I know. All right, I'll get two more. This quick. One is good all-weather mats if you live anywhere in the north, if the person doesn't have them, but get good ones. Don't get the generic ones. Don't get them at Walmart. No. OEM or WeatherTech or Husky. Any of those,
Husky?
they're gonna
know
Husky liners. Yeah, a lot of good things I've heard about them. Any of those are gonna fit properly. They're gonna last for a long time. They're gonna be good quality. Just do it.
Well, Jeff, don't you have a real world example of how much vomit a WeatherTech floor mat can hold in the back of a Nissan?
Oh yeah, and 20-ounce sodas because
Oh yeah.
Boy Scouts.
Totally great. I mean, I've been getting in and out of some of our cars lately that still have the carpet mats in them because they're all due to us. And I I feel bad. I mean, that's just me. I don't want to grind the mud into the Cadillac and stuff, but it's still. All right. Last one. If you're a homeowner, you are going to need to use caulk at some point. Everyone likes the caulk. Problem is when you're
Everybody
done
does.
using the caulk, it's gonna dry out and it's gonna be hard, not usable next time. So you need a cover for your caulk to make sure you could use it next time, right?
Why am I just hearing about this?
Yes. So
Please explain these.
yeah, I'll explain
Because
exactly how
this
they
is
work. So
dra-
you
I
you
saw
take
the
your
link
caulk,
and I didn't think this is what it was going to be.
you take
They're
your caulk,
condoms. They're condoms
you
for your caulk.
right, and you slide this over your caulk, and it preserves it for the future. So
And it prevents any fluids from getting from the
In
yes,
or
this is
out.
wonderful.
Right.
Thank God we don't monetize our YouTube because it would just be out.
We just wouldn't for this one.
CAULK.
Okay.
Caulk, right? And the best part
Caulk.
about these, they cover not only the tip but the
Yes.
entire shaft
That-
to really get that tight seal. It's important.
I-
And it's a great
I'm
product.
sure you picked this for the yucks, but this is actually pretty
I
cool.
picked it for both. I picked it for the yucks
Okay.
and also because
Yeah.
this is generally a useful thing.
This
Because
is
everyone
just a
hates,
thing.
they get their caulk out and then they got to spend like 10 minutes getting it ready to use. And then
Look.
sometimes it's just never going to work.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Actually, it's the
in
older
the
it
world
is,
of
the
caulk.
longer it takes to get it to work.
Yeah.
caulk. You are not
Right.
wrong in the world of caulk.
Right. So this protects your caulk and makes your
How
life
did you
better.
find this? How
As a
did you-
guy that
why?
spent a year working on his roof, this would have
Right?
Yeah.
this actually would have saved me more than it cost.
Yep.
To me, caulk is a one-use item. Like you use one and then you just throw it out.
But sometimes
Like,
you only
once
need
you're
to use your
done-
caulk a little bit. And then
Totally,
you're going to need it again later.
totally. It doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm not going back in the next 2 weeks.
I mean,
but
it's
if
not
I
like great
had
stuff that is
this-
definitely a one-time use.
But if I had this,
Yeah.
so it's not just a cover for the tip of your caulk.
No, it goes down
It's
the
like
shaft
it's
too.
like a threaded can.
Yeah.
That covers the entire tube, and basically it has threads in the middle. I hope you're checking this out on YouTube. It is absolutely safe for work.
Yeah.
Look at the caulk
caulk.
cover.
We're
Tubes.
making it dirty, but this is a really good
This is a good. This is a good product.
Yep. Protect your caulk.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
That's a good list.
It was a
There's
good list.
definitely a couple there. I'm adding to my request list.
Good.
Okay, mental.
So,
to you.
Mental, do you
Alright.
want me to share yours so you can just?
That would be great. So now my cohorts here, they are all big fans of the Easy Lift, the Easy Jacks, that especially at the racetrack. It's got a pneumatic pump, and then you slide them under the car and you lift the whole car up. In fact, when I was racing with the Petersons at NOLA 2 weeks ago, we used exactly this. But this one is an alternative. Now, it's competitively priced, but this is easycarlift.com. And it's
This is a
similar,
scissor lift, like an underbody scissor lift.
but it is configurable exactly the same way as you can separate them or you can put them together, but it'll go the same way as the pneumatic
The
Easy
Max
Jacks.
Jacks, yeah.
Quick jacks.
Quick Jacks. thank you.
It is powered by a drill, and it has a
Oh.
very secure, safe locking system, as opposed to, okay, we're ready to let it down and two people have to come over and hold up the safety bars on that one. And it locks at every height, and you can separate them. You can take those two center connecting bars off and turn it sideways, depending on what you need to do underneath the car. And they're a little bit lighter, and it doesn't require the pneumatic outfit that you find.
Yeah, you
with
don't need
the-
electric.
Correct. Because you could use a battery powered one. I've been warned by the person that recommended this to me. Turnaround time, not as fast as you expect, because they are made. It's like one guy making them out in California.
Oh,
And
so if you want them by Christmas, it's gonna be tough.
but still, like, you could what do you want for Christmas? I want one of these. So this is my friend who races. He's got a farm that backs up to Mid Ohio. He had the easy lifts. He swears by this. He says it's lighter, it's more portable, it's actually a little faster, and he feels safer crawling underneath the car underneath one of these.
Very cool.
Okay.
That's very interesting. I like that.
All right. Every year I talk about some sort of thing. I understand that we are moving to a digital world, but I'm old school. And sometimes I like having a magazine in my hands. I think I've recommended the Garage Rat, of course, Grassroots Motorsports, which you should always support, always has a Black Friday deal and a Christmas deal. That's a wonderful magazine. But I'm going to recommend Iron and Air magazine. Now, they only publish 4 issues a year, but it is this thick bound, great, good glossy paper, really interesting stories. They are primarily motorcycle centric, but that's not all they do. And they have tour reviews. So you'll get 4 issues a year, beautifully brown, looks great in your bathroom. Yeah. And as you're going through this, just recently, they did an entire thing about a company in Europe that is making 944 Safaris, and each one of them are bespoke and custom ordered. It's great art to look at. It's wonderful. Jeff showing a picture of a turbocharged 60s Harley. So these are impressive. Yes.
Yeah.
And
this is like an art magazine and a motor magazine at the same time.
And if you subscribe, you get access to all the digital issues. So I get a monthly issue in my email, and also like they get updates. They'll have interesting products. They'll have promotional deals. Yeah. $50 expensive for 4 issues. They're $15 each on the website. It's a really, really great magazine. And I just enjoy paging through it. It's very satisfying. Now, not so much where I live now, but in places where my co-hosts are, garages get a little cold, and you can get one of those little hand or tiny little heaters that I use in the back of the RV when people stay in the back of my RV, basically a hair dryer
Those are
on a
little
stand.
electric things. Yeah.
Right. And sometimes those are good. Or when you're done screwing around, get yourself a proper garage heater. For example, now, when I initially did this one, it was on sale. Keep an eye on this one. But it mounts to the ceiling. It's properly installed, and this will actually heat your garage and keep it warm. So if you scroll down, I think it had the BTUs that it'll push.
Yeah, I liked it as a fan on it. Like I have a wall-mounted heater in our garage.
Up, Jeff. You're going too far down. You're past the product, and now you're into recommendation. Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. You were doing it right.
There you go.
Keep talking, Chris. Sorry.
So I have the wall mounted heater on our garage, which is very nice and warms the garage, but it definitely is a big difference between the side where the heater is and the side where it's not. So when we're working in the whole garage, I'll take a box fan and put it in the corner and blow the air around. That does a nice job, but this has a heater built in, which is great. But I got mine for free because my friend's wife bought it by accident. It wasn't the propane one, it was a natural gas one. So
Right. And and like you said, you've
Was
got
that
a
me?
good one.
yes, Jeff. it was you.
Yeah, that's like, I think that was me. That was so many years ago.
But I probably, me being the most vocal when I'm up there for work days, when it, work weekends, when it's cold, it's like, all right, we got to open the garage. Wait. And I have to steady myself because I know it is going to be an hour before it gets back up to a good temperature. And like you're saying with a fan on that one, that's a good one.
Mhm.
On the concept of portable, now we've done the generator thing. Sometimes you don't need that much power, or you want something that's not just for you at the track. It's, for when you go camping or something. And with the battery technology, and the people who hate EVs will tell you that battery technology is terrible, but it is spilled over into the world of portable power generators. And we're going to link, I've got 2 links here. Now, one of them is the one that I liked. So 293 backup lithium battery, 110 or 300. It will power, you could recharge your cell phones. Jeff, I think, yeah, there it is. So there's this one. It's also $300, but this thing is it's smaller than a fuel jug. And it's down. And we've also got a link. The Drive has an entire subsection called Drive Deals, and they've been monitoring a lot of this stuff. And you can watch this because they've got an entire selection of your portable generators that are on there. And what's nice about the first one that Jeff just showed is you go get a solar cell from Harbor Freight, and you can plug right into that and keep it charged, and you won't wake up your RV or your pit neighbors with, a Predator all night when you're trying to get some stuff worked out.
We all appreciate that. All of
Yes.
us.
I mean, this
All
isn't
of
going to
us
run an air
appreciate it.
conditioner or RV, for the night. But
No,
it's
it is
enough
not, but
it's enough to have
it'll
some lights on and run your power, your faucet power and stuff like that.
So
it'll charge your tools. It'll get some
Yeah.
of your stuff going on there. Yeah.
So I actually own one of these because it makes my CPAP work while camping.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Keeps me from dying.
Keeps just,
That's important.
yes.
Keeps Jeff
So
alive.
there you go. Keeps Jeff alive. Support devices that keep Jeff alive.
That's right. Awesome. Whew. Everybody feel good? Everybody excited for the holidays?
I feel like there's so many other things that from last year or the years before that
It-
were such great gifts that we could probably go over because they're so great. Like that LED headlamp, we talk about it every time we use it, except if you, right, do you have it? If your head,
Well, we all
yes,
have one of those,
right?
the strip headlamps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
except don't look at your
uh,
significant other while you're wearing it because they will die.
So and now they've got a new variation where you've got to
Ooh.
click on it, and it's a motion sensor. So as you come out of the hood of the car and someone is approaching you, you simply wave your hand if you're wearing gloves or your hands are all greasy, and it turns it off. Wave it forward and it
Ooh.
turns it on. So that's the one
Wow.
that I just
Unless
bought.
you're under the car and you're just moving and all of a sudden it just turns off.
Right,
You're
like your
damn it.
arms are going like
so
this.
so to that one you can turn that switch off, but yeah, so and it'll stay
Oh.
on with a power switch, but you have the option of getting the wireless or the touchless on and off
The hands-free
on the
stuff,
side of it.
it's has unintended consequences sometimes. Like I've been under the Cadillac and Mercedes recently, and both of them, when I've had the key in my pocket, try to open the tailgate because
Yeah.
I'm moving out of the back of the car. And the things I'm doing, they like kick to
The
open
little
the
kick
tailgate.
open thing.
But-
You're
and
like,
when I
no,
was-
it's just a guy
well,
under
when I was
your
under the
car.
Cadillac,
It's fine.
I thought Chrissy was like getting something out of the back like a few times. It kept opening and closing until I realized,
Like,
no,
The hell
no,
is
that's
she
me.
doing up there? I'm
Fine.
trying to
Right?
work.
Are-
What do you- right? Seriously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
those
much are you bitching
LED
about me? And I'm not even doing anything.
No.
those LED headlamps, they're cheap. They make great stocking stuffers. Gearheads always need more light. So also, flashlights, just cheap LED flashlights that use.
Well, we really like the LED ones that have like open that open, got the magnet on the end.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
usually USB or USB-C to power.
The fantastic one that I might get at Harbor Freight all the time had a Black Friday deal that I didn't post, but it was $17.99. It's usually
Yep.
$29.
Pretty
Well,
good.
one.
You've got a quasi casual gearhead friend in your orbit that you've got to buy a gift for. Boom. Never go wrong with
you go.
flashlights.
Absolutely.
Pyrex,
All right.
also a good one.
Since Chrissy mentioned it, I'll say if you love deals and you want to hear about more cool things, just search our feed for the holiday gift giving episode. They are on YouTube. They are on the podcast feed. You can find them. Guess what? It's going to be about a year ago and about 2 years ago and about 3 years ago.
I made great gifts then too.
Yes, minus 52-ish. You'll probably find it. All right. Anything else on this before we move on to the final topic?
So much. Get your shopping done now so you don't have to worry about it as it gets closer.
That's
the
right.
end.
All right. I'm the end of the show this week. We're
Okay.
going to say just one goat because we are talking about something that is absolutely fantastic. And I want to hear from all of you. You probably haven't seen it because you don't live on YouTube like I did, but I will put the link in the show notes. One of
Do I
my
have to
favorite...
watch it to understand what's going on?
I'm going to
Okay, 'cause I
explain
haven't
it.
done it. Okay,
And then
good,
you're
thank
going to
you.
want to go watch it.
Okay,
One
fine.
of my favorite limited YouTube shows is back. It's called Car Trek. It is on the Freddie Tavares channel. Tyler Hoover is in it. Ed Bullion is in it of VinWiki fame. And it's basically those three guys trying to be Top Gear. You know, they go out where they do a bunch of challenges and they bring a car. So this week they do it 2-3 times a year. This week they're doing cheap wrecked exotic cars for less money than a C8 Z06. So they set the price at like 100 and they all went out and got things. They all cheat. They don't really follow the rules. Anyway, this is the important part. This year they have a McLaren 675 LT, a Ferrari 458, and an Audi R8 V10. And the very first episode, they go to Thunderhill. They're doing a few things and they get to, quote, race against a 17-year-old in a $500 car. That $500 car happens to be John Ficarra of the Sopranos in their Toyota Corona with a 1JZ no shit yo.
And
So
it's mid-engined.
It's mid-engined.
Yeah, it's a well-executed crap can.
Exactly. So it smokes like you wouldn't believe, but it's
license plate, fender flares.
License plate, fender flares. Fantastic looking car. The driver happens to be some Indy Pro 2000 champion, Reese Gold. I don't know who he is, but anyway, so the Corona beats 2 out of 3 of the supercars. Anybody want to guess which ones?
This is interesting because 3 of us have driven 2 of those cars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It depends. Were the stars driving in their own cars?
Yes, the stars were driving their own cars. If it matters, Freddie was in the McLaren. He rebuilt the McLaren. He has $250,000 he admitted into fixing it. So not exactly under the price of a C8. Ed Bullion is in the R8 V10, and it was never wrecked, but he said it was almost the same price. Did I mention they cheat? And Tyler Hoover has the 458. It's a former Vegas rental car. It was crashed many times. It has gold wheels and gold exhaust tips, and the repaint is an obviously not Ferrari red. So yeah, and they're terrible. Like, I've never been to Thunderhill, so you guys can watch it. Freddie literally drives the McLaren like right off the side of a track, goes slightly airborne in a turn that kind of looks like the corkscrew at Watkins Glen, and pretty much craps his pants. So
I think the Audi was the only one to beat the Corona.
I would say, who was driving the Audi?
that was Ed Bullion was driving the Audi.
No way. No, of those three, my money would be on Tavares to be the driver. Hoovy even admits that he's not much of a driver. I think Ed thinks he's a driver. So
Yes.
I'm going to say the car that won was the McLaren.
Chrissy, you want to guess?
Like, no. I've
That's
never even
okay.
heard of these people, so I don't
That's fine.
know. I don't have enough time to watch YouTube like you
That's
guys.
fine.
Gosh.
So the Corona beat the McLaren.
Oh,
The Corona beat the Ferrari and lost to the Audi. I will freely admit that, again, the Reese Gold like literally had everybody beat at turn 1, and Tavares was like, "There are rocks hitting my McLaren. I'm gonna back off. You can win the race. I'm not gonna even come close to you." And then Hoovy spun. So Ed was the only one who actually made a decent pass. So I guess the goat, or what, just one goat?
what configuration were they running?
I don't know. They didn't really show
Okay.
that much.
Because full Thunderhill is like 5 miles.
Yeah. No, they said something about 2.5 miles. So,
Okay.
so goat or just one goat, is it the Corona? Or is it the 17-year-old professional driver who's like a Formula 2000 champion?
All of the above.
All of
Okay.
the
It's all of the above.
Everybody
And
wins.
terrible supercars and not good drivers.
There you go.
The
And
How many
something
times
that
have
you
we-
watched and thought it was great.
How many times have HPDs have we come up?
Civic.
My microphone just cabled.
Yep.
And we come up again.
It did it again.
Whatever.
Stop
It's way
talking.
faster than us. We know
Bye.
the car is so much better than us, and we still beat them.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't
So
mean to
wrong.
do
So
that.
true. So true.
Yeah.
the Corona's gorgeous, but I'm cheating because I was there when they introduced it at Thunderhill a couple of years ago as a judge, and I've seen
Oh.
it since then. And I'm glad they got it out there. They're fighting some teething problems. They drive it in a Lemons fashion, which is save the car, try and get it to finish the race. So I'm going to go with the kid. The kid probably just absolutely took years off that car's life expectancy and put it on the ragged edge.
Yeah. Well, and good for the Sopranos for putting their car out there and getting some good press for the Lemons. They said 24 hours of Lemons like 9 times in the
Did
video
they?
clips and talked
That's great.
about it. Yep.
Sure. Cool.
Awesome. Do we know what we're doing next week?
No, talking about all the fun things we just bought. Oh wait, I can't. Never mind. That's right.
No, that'll be like a couple of weeks because
I know.
I won't get mine till too long.
Nah, we'll figure it out.
All right.
Always do.
Well, thank you for downloading us, and thank you for going out there and buying all of the great gifts for all of your fantastic Gearhead friends. Tall, short, in the middle, women-shaped, not women-shaped, whatever it is. Everybody can use a battery or a flashlight. So we also hope you'll join us in the world of driving, racing, and building, because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe. It's totally free. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit us right up in the doodly-doo. Tell us what you're buying your Gearhead, or what you want from your significant other, family, or friend. You can also drop a comment on our Facebook page, Everyone Racers. Email us at everyone.racers@gmail.com. You can still text Mental and ask him why my music keeps turning off. 484-243-0455. Yes, it's having trouble
Check it
finding the
off.
speaker. Send Mental pictures of your junk or what ends up under your menorah in Christmas.
But
I don't
that's so
know.
weird.
I don't know how it works. Find us on Instagram or Twitter, Everyone.Racers, YouTube, Facebook, Everyone Racers, Reddit /E1R. Thanks again, and until next week, keep the shiny side up unless you're under the car with the key in your pocket. Then just don't make the hood go up. I lost the plot. Come see us next week, everyone. Thanks for listening.